What? What, do I need to be playing Team Fortress 2 to discuss Team Fortress 2? Is that a rule? You know what? You think you're better than me? 1v1 me Splatoon, scrub! 1v1 me— Okay, on a serious note, one thing to point out immediately, when Splatoon 2 does come out, I will be doing that on the channel, but I'm not by any means going to become a Splatoon 2 channel. I just like Splatoon, so don't freak out like a lot of people freaked out when I did the graphics card test in Minecraft, remember that? And a lot of people were like, oh no, Ace is leaving TF2 to become Minecraft YouTuber. But, yeah, those kinds of comments, pretty sure that was just people trolling around, but there were quite a few that were actually like, oh god, please don't tell me you're going to become a cringy Minecraft channel and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, guys, I made one video. Well, technically two, but, you know. But anyway, now that we've got that out of the way, don't freak out that I'm playing Splatoon. I just wanted to play Splatoon, okay? That's as simple as it is. And I'm doing this live, and I didn't want to, you know, play a game that's more, like, hectic, and you have to keep track of everything, because I cannot talk and effectively play a game at the same time. I don't know what that is. I don't know how that would help if I was ever trying to do streaming. But, yeah, let's talk about, what's been going on with me and, Team Fortress 2 recently. I've been getting a lot of people asking, hey, when's the next top 9 list coming out? When's the next— oh, you did! When's the next, freaking The Tragic Life of Whatever Mains, right? Even though I've only made one. A lot of my themed videos around things like that, like specifically themed videos, they're gonna require the Pyro update to come out already, because I don't want to make a top 9 list and have, you know, the list be out of date in just like a week or however long it takes them to make the Pyro update. Because, like, they've been delaying it so long, but I know the second I make one of those, it's gonna be like, oh no, by the way, a Pyro update's out and this entire list and everything you worked on is irrelevant. I mean, that's already what happened with one of the top 9 lists. I had it like halfway done, and then they released the patch notes and like the changes that they're gonna do in the Pyro update, or at least the ideas that they were going with some of the weapon changes. And it's like, well, my list is totally irrelevant now. There's all that work down the tube. So yeah, I'm gonna wait for the Pyro update to come out before I start doing my regular videos again. In terms of just actually, you know, goofing around in community servers and playing the game, yeah, I've kind of been lacking in there too. Really what it's coming down to— actually, I did do the randomizer with Fox recently, though. That was one. But, yeah, in terms of, like, doing Team Fortress 2 content more regularly, I know my upload schedule's been, like, a total mess. It's really down to, like, how many aimbotters there are right now. That's seriously, like, one of the main— that's, like, if not one of, that is, like, the main reason. There's just so many— like, because when I try to do, like, certain videos, right, like, I don't have to do the top 9 lists. I could do something around a specific loadout or something along the lines of that, right? Well, it's a general rule that I need, like, at least 3 minutes or 3.5 minutes worth of, footage per clip that I decide to use, right? Because otherwise the video gets way too choppy, and that creates editing issues, and it's just— the pacing's all over the place. There's actually, like, you know, actual thought that goes into my editing there. But yeah, if I can't get clips, like, I'm actually struggling to get 3-minute clips because of, the total mess that— Katie, come on, don't interrupt. I'm actually struggling to get just 3-minute clips because of the total mess that is casual right now, the crazy imbalances, people leaving left and right, and when we finally do get into a match that's balanced, aimbotters just join and there's nothing you can do about it. The whole problem with, like, the 12v12 format is people can queue up with 6 people to instantly vote no, and best case scenario, the votes break even. Like, if everyone votes, the votes break even, and you just can't kick them. VAC ban is so easy to dodge now, and, there's just nothing the Team Fortress 2 team's doing right now. They have their other priorities on making sure the update comes out right for, like, the first time ever. If they would, actually get that done properly. But yeah, I know it's a small development team. I'm not gonna, like, hassle them too much for it. But by the time the Pyro update is done and they can move on to other projects, I do expect them to do something about it. Like, I'm not predicting that they're going to do something. It's just something that I expect them to do because it's what they should do. It's gotten really bad. It's not really LMAO box either. It's this new one that's going around. I can't quite remember the name of it. But yeah, that's why my TF2 content has been so irregular recently, and you just don't really know what kind of videos I'm coming out with, because really, I just do whatever I can. That's what it comes down to. Another thing is, a lot of people in the, comments of the recent video that I put out, the, so this is TF2 now, showcasing, you know, all the hackers I've run into, and apparently a group of people pretending to be hackers. Yeah, try not, like, don't give me too much crap for that, because if they're pretending to be hackers, and I think they are hackers, I mean, like, what do you expect to happen? You're pretending to be hackers, I think you're hackers, that's what happens. But yeah, I did apologize to them for that, so it's all good. And they were super cool about it too. They completely understood why I thought they were aimbotting. Because, I mean, come on, they really did make it look like that. But, that aside, a lot of people have been expressing that, like, actually a surprising amount of my subscribers do not play Team Fortress 2, even though my content is mostly Team Fortress 2 based. But they'll be saying, like, yeah, this is why I quit Team Fortress 2, or I'm so glad I don't play Team Fortress 2 anymore. And then, of course, the next thing they say is, Ace, why do you still play Team Fortress 2? Why don't you do other games? And I kind of do want to do other games, but there's a very good reason for why Team Fortress 2 is my main go-to thing, and I think so many people watch it, is just the amount of diversity and freedom you're allowed to have with it. Like, a lot of people compare it to Overwatch recently, and I know that, like, that's a really popular thing. It'd be really easy for me to just go to Overwatch and make a lot of videos on that, but with the kind of content that I do, I don't feel like Overwatch is a good fit. Also, in my personal opinion, Overwatch feels more unbalanced than Team Fortress 2 is at this point, but, yeah, that aside, Overwatch doesn't have the community servers, it doesn't have the freedom of customizing loadouts, and in general, its physics engine is boring. I know that's a really weird thing to say, the physics engine is boring, but it kind of is. It's very, safe. It makes sure that you're doing what you're allowed to do and nothing else. They don't want people exploiting it. I understand why that is, but Team Fortress 2 being built on the Source engine, I mean, we've got things like trimping, we've got those crazy rocket jumps, we've got, like, there's so much we can do with the in-game engine that we have in that. So even, like, regular gameplay, you could make crazy entertaining with different tactics and just how you're using it. Yeah, we were down a person, weren't we? But yeah, that's why I really like Team Fortress 2. Like, there are days I hate that game. There are days I hate Team Fortress 2, but I'm still going to go back to it. I'm always going to go back to it because there's just so much I can do with it. There's so much I feel like I could deliver on. But that's not to say that that's all I'm going to do. In fact, it's quite the opposite. If I'm stuck doing nothing but Team Fortress 2, I'm going to get tired of the game. I'm going to get tired of putting up with its crap. I'm going to get bored. I'm going to dread doing it. And if I dread going into a video, if I've got the attitude of I really don't want to be doing this, I'd rather be doing something else, the video quality is going to really suffer from it. I've just like had moments where it's like I don't want to do this so bad. I've tried to force videos out. Like I've tried to force videos out for the sake of keeping my channel going properly, but when I do that, it's just like I hate it. I hate the video that I end up making, and I just get rid of it, because it's like, I didn't want to be doing it, and it shows. It's like, you can just feel it and be like, oh, he really doesn't want to be doing this, he's just forcing this, he's just doing whatever for the sake of doing whatever. And I don't want to do that. I need, like, in-between games to, like, just keep my sanity, really, when it comes down to all the crap that Team Fortress 2 can put you through. But, yeah. So, getting on subject here, a lot of you have been expressing that you want me to do different content aside from just Team Fortress 2, and I'd like to ask you subscribers, what specifically? Like, what kind of game would you like to see me do? Or, if you have something very specific in mind, what game would you like to see me do on the channel? A lot of people have been asking for Starbound again, and now that I got it working after that game-breaking glitch, that's a maybe, but I don't know if I'm ready to get quite back into that yet. I'd rather do something a bit more, original, something with a bigger, you know, player base behind it. Because a lot of people also expressed that they just did not care about Starbound, that It's a game that's fun to play, boring to watch. Completely understand that. And that's kind of how I feel about Splatoon also. Like, I love Splatoon, but I haven't done a lot of Splatoon content because it's one of those. It's like Overwatch. It's one of those games that just is the game. There's plenty of customization on it, actually. That's one thing as over Overwatch, so a bit more interesting than that, and just the mechanics in general. But yeah, I totally see why something like this is not as entertaining to watch as Team Fortress 2, where like literally anything could happen. Like, that right there. Like, I didn't know that person was there, but is it really that much of a surprise? Like, yeah, that's the most random thing that happens is, oh, someone might pop up out of nowhere, or there's some bad lag. So I totally understand that. But yeah, on the subject then, do tell me, like, what kind of games you'd like to see if you have something in mind. I know a lot of people are asking for, Fistful of Frags. That's a good one. I always love Fistful of Frags. Honestly, it's like one of the most balanced games I've played. Aside from the Colt Walker, and I don't care what people say, that thing is such a crutch, man. So there's like my 2 cents on that. So moving on to the next subject, something I mentioned earlier before was the concept of streaming. Is that something you guys would like to see? And I mean like streaming Team Fortress 2 and maybe other games like that as well. But yeah, let me know if you'd like to see some streaming done. And why did you walk in front of the roller? You knew I was swinging, you could see it. I don't understand. But yeah, I've been meaning to do streaming for a while, but I just never got around to setting it up because I've been so busy with other stuff. But now that I'm waiting for the Pyro update to come out already so I can get back to my regular content, maybe I could get into streaming, actually do that. I appeared on a stream, I don't know how many people actually saw this, but I appeared on a stream with Xenogene. And that was really fun to do, and it's like, you know what? That's something I'd love to do. How did we win? That does not look like a blue win. Oh, whatever. I'm not going to question it. As long as I'm on the receiving end of the victory, I'm not going to question it. Yeah, I know this content's a little different than what I normally do, but yeah, I just had like things to put out. I wanted to like let everyone know what's been going on, because I try to do the things in the Steam group, I try to do the announcements that way, or just reply in comments, but if there's one thing I've learned from YouTube, it's that people do not pay attention to your comments if you're the actual creator. Unless you pin yourself, people will ignore what you say. I can't tell you how many times, like, I've made so many comments, and even a video devoted to this subject entirely, on what my HUD is. Like, my crosshair, my other settings, how to become left-handed, all that. All those questions can be answered in the video that I'm going to link in the description for the final time because I'm sick of answering this. Still, every day I get like 50 comments asking what my HUD is. You could literally just search up HUD on my channel and I think it would be the first video. Oh man, this is a game for children. But yeah, hopefully you guys didn't mind the slightly different video here too much. Yeah, let me know what you think of, like, everything that I've said in the comments down below. I want you guys to, like, be really vocal on this. I know that, like, there is, like, the vocal chunk of my subscribers, and then there's the people who don't really say anything. I want you all to, like, comment on this. Like, what games you'd like to see me do, if you'd like to see me stream, anything like that. Thoughts on, like, the current state of Team Fortress 2 and all that kind of stuff. But, yeah, be sure to let me know all your thoughts in the comments below, and I'm gonna teach you guys something amazing about Splatoon, alright? You face this way, you hold down the Y button, and then you rapidly go left and right, and you can shimmy! Frickin' shimmy! Look at that! Look at that! I like trains, hashtag Woomy Squids. This is Splatoon. Alright, goodbye everybody. This video's run its course officially. Fucking I don't want bomb range, Spike! You piece of shit. I don't want bomb range. That's what I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I don't want bomb range. Ooh. Spike my man. Spike my man. Oh man, I'd give you a hug if it didn't look like it would impale me in 500 different ways.